Good day YouTube! Today we are gonna talk about this Showa American Story. It is a game trailer, the second one that they have released that has taken the internet by storm. So a friend sent to me this link, right? And I really am blown away by it. Just like to share some of my thoughts, maybe some of the Easter eggs that I've observed in the trailer. Okay, without further ado, let's go in. You have two zombies in kimono bowing to you and they appear to be in a presidential suite in the United States of America. So it seems like the backdrop of this game, right, is a zombie apocalypse. And then you play as a female protagonist, an Asian girl who seems to have survived the zombie virus. She became human again and she went on this quest across America from the west to the east state in order to search for her missing sister. So the year of this game is 1991. It's Showa 66, and right away we know this is fictitious because Showa ended in 64 in 1989, right? It's I think they use this term to mark the calendar year based on the emperor's reign. Right. So in a fictitious alternate 1991, Japan has colonized most parts of America. America's pop culture has been appropriated by Japanese pop culture, so you start to see this very surreal hybrid of Japanese culture, Japanese influence all over United States geographical locations. So you have this guy running like Pokemon, right? No, Doraemon. Yeah, and all these childhood toys, the yo-yo, and then the Ultraman ride where you put a coin in, old-style arcade games. They are dishing out all these like Japanese uniforms in San Francisco, a sakura tree in front of Mount Rushmore, and a Yakuza beheading harakiri ritual, right? Surrealism at its best. And then they head flying across the Golden Bridge of San Francisco, which has now been littered with Japanese lanterns. The Oval Office, where Bill Clinton had a lot of fun. And some of the photos here, if you check it out, okay, you have some American influences. Obviously, you have the Statue of Liberty here. And the Japanese ones also, the famous castle, right? The one in Kyoto, you have Mount Fuji, and then over here, although it's not that clear, this is probably Kamakura, the famous train scene in Slam Dunk, and the Japanese curry rice, everybody's favorite. The American president watches anime at exactly 6:30 every day and he cannot be disturbed. This is sort of a reference, I think, to a couple years back where during the Obama regime, it seems there were rumors that Obama watched sports channels in the wee hours after midnight from 1 a.m. to 3 a.m. and he's not to be disturbed. This was his time to wind down from his daily affairs and he needs to stay competitive and watch sports to just sort of de-stress, right? And I think they took that idea and now the American president watches anime instead. Kamen Rider inspired bike. Obviously they cannot copy wholesale the Kamen Rider bike, they will run into copyright problems, so they just took inspiration, just enough design cues for you to be reminded of it, right? Texas got sold to a Japanese consortium. You have a Superman looking guy floating in the air carrying a shield that looks like Captain America, right? So he probably is the final boss. This truck looks like the one that the protagonist travels in. This is her home and she's in it to travel from west to east. Hey, Hollywood, the Walk of Fame, right? So these are her palm prints. I think it's her palm prints, it could be somebody else. And what are these? Are these her booby prints or her footprints? Who knows, right? The game is weird as it is. On an American highway over here, and then you get a what looks like a Japanese statue of a deity, look like a Buddhist deity with a sword in the distance. And then you have this scene that reminds me of a young Goku flying through Piccolo, right? And then also that drill that she has is sort of like, you know, those Voltron robots, Mega Man or Go Gaigar, they always have a weapon that has a drill in the arm, or replacing the fist as a weapon. So this is Hollywood being transformed into Neo Yokohama. Waku Donuts, McDonald's been appropriated. You get that symbol been turned upside down. Over here you have Wasabi Coke, not the most healthy thing, and then also you have a black and a white lady dressed in kimono, new American fashion rises. You also have a TV screen here that looks like a flat screen that probably doesn't exist in 1991, but anyway, moving on, right? San Francisco looking a little bit like Kamakura, and the Jingmen, the big words, which is San Francisco in kanji, right? Las Vegas made to look a lot like Shinjuku with all the neon signboards and everything, and you have what looks like a Japanese warrior and a general statue. Neo Tokyo 4 will be the Tokyo Tower, located maybe in Washington. Astro Boy look-alike, and then this girl, right, the purple tights reminds me of Cat's Eye. Yeah, it's quite a popular comic done by the author of City Hunter. The interface reminds me a lot of your typical JRPGs, right, with very vending machine-like aesthetics. Oh, what is this? This looks like a beheaded Guan Yin. This is gives me Black Myth Wukong vibes. Yeah, you have the temple doorway here, and then this Qianshou Guan Yin essentially is Guan Yin with a lot of hands at the back with the head beheaded, and this is like in the Nevada desert of sorts. Again, very surrealistic. This actually gives me some Guns vibes. You know, if you read Guns, the manga, aliens were hiding on Earth, and one of the more powerful aliens actually took the form of the Guan Yin statue. Yeah, more zombie trashing, right? To be honest, some of the gameplay here looks very B-grade, and I think maybe that is to try to get the JRPG aesthetics. I think in a concept game like this, right, which is deliberately B-grade in nature, you do not need to have very high graphical fidelity for it to look super ultra realistic. It just needs to look fun, wacky, and in sync with the pop culture concept that they're going for. So you have Mad Max versus Cyberpunk. Okay, Queen Bee looks like one of the final bosses, and ouch, that looks really painful. Hey, Roa from the Feast of the North Star, right, with that giraffe looking horse. And of course you need the shinobi, you need ninjas. That looks like a African Rambo. And 6 sumo dudes merging together like Voltron. They just come out from a Japanese spa. Very hairy chest. That is the American president, is it? Or is he the Texas governor? Both a Japanese samurai as well as American cowboy. Yeah, lots of very nostalgic toys, you know, radios, cassettes, and stuff. You know what? After watching this trailer, I'm so blown away by the concept, and it's so refreshing and exciting to be actually be presented with a concept that is so novel. You know what this reminds me of? The first time when I played Fallout 3, I had this feeling. My first GTA experience, Vice City, I had this feeling. My first experience with an open world game, Morrowind, same feeling as well. It is one of those things where you don't know you need it, and then you play the game, and the premise and the imagination that the game developers put in just simply blow you away. And when you go to sleep every night, your brain cannot clock out. You keep thinking about the world and what else you can achieve the next time you play in the game. We need more things like that in gaming. And like GTA 6, I'm very sure will have higher graphical fidelity, will probably have more hours worth of content, and will probably be the more polished product. But you know what? I'm more looking forward to this game as compared to GTA 6, just because this offers something that is more novel. At the end of the day, the game may flop. It may be like all promise, all pomp, and no substance. Who knows, right? But at this moment right now, looking at the trailer, it got me all very excited. It got the internet very excited. And I hope there are more stuff like this ongoing, rather than just sequel after sequel based on the same formula because it sells, or more DEI coming in to take away really crazy possibilities that we could have with creative gaming. And you know what? This is done by a Chinese studio of all people, and I'm pretty sure that when they started brainstorming this game, right, they will probably be like, hey, I think it's fun if we appropriate America and present an alternative reality of America in the 90s. Maybe one of their initial ideas was to, why not we have a Chinese version or a Chinese vision of America, and they know this probably will not go down so well because of the political climate. So they go for an in-between. Have the Japanese appropriate the American culture. In that way, you make the Japanese happy, you get the Americans curious, and you also make the Chinese mainland market happy, right? So it's a win-win-win for everybody. Also, the game is set in the 90s, it's retro in nature. Everybody loved the 90s, and in the 90s, Japanese culture, pop culture, and in terms of their economy and everything, they were at the peak of their powers. There were a lot of very good things we remember about in that time. Japanese anime, manga, Japanese brands, Japanese food, retail and stuff like that. So this is really a fun ride to have all these retro elements and characteristics coming back in, and then surrealistically replacing America geography, right? So I think this is a formula that is for success. It sure just stokes everybody's curiosity. So leave your comments below. What do you think of it? Are you looking forward to this game? I see you in the next one, guys, and goodbye.